So we can go ahead now, General Purisima.
Madam Chair, Your Honors, good morning. The SMS exchange between His Excellency President Benigno Aquino III and myself was done on January 25, Sunday, while I was in San Leonardo, Nueva Ecija. The first text message sent to His Excellency was sent at January 25, 5:45 a.m. Sunday, and the body of the text is like this. Sir, good morning. For info, SAF elements implemented O-plan against high-value targets. As of now, results indicate that Marwan was killed and one SAF trooper wounded. The body of Marwan was left behind, but pictures were taken. The troopers are now withdrawal phase and progress report to follow. End of the message. At 7:36, His Excellency replied, "Why was it left behind, the other two targets?" My reply was, "Sir, accordingly, when the nearest target from the line of approach is M1, and when they hit the primary target, the other house where Basit Osman was located with other elements reacted and fired at the troopers. There were about 15 to 20 armed elements. It was about 4:30 a.m. and it was decided that they pull out after gathering pictures and other evidences. They were not able to reach the secondary targets, sir." The reply of the President, if I remember correctly.
Excuse me, Madam Chairman. Can we ask General Purisima to include the time of the text messages, sir?
Your Honor, when I transcribed this message on my iPhone, it did not indicate the time, but we'll try to indicate the time for submission to the Senate, Your Honor.
So perhaps it's within the 2 minutes right after you sent the message. That's why it didn't record the time. So 7:36 a.m., the President replied to you. Right after that, let's assume 7:38, you answered him immediately, and then right after maybe 7:38, within the 2 minutes, he answered you. Am I correct? This was
More or
within
less, Your
a few
Honor,
minutes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
More or less, Your
So
Honor.
let's assume it's within 7:36 to a few minutes after that. So the President replies, if I remember
Correctly, 160 SAF troopers were directly involved in this operation, plus provisions for other PNP and AFP units to assist. The terrain is flat and clear as opposed to upland, forested, or jungle terrain. Why could they not contain and/or overwhelm the 15 to 20 member opposing force? Are they still in contact with the other two other targets? If not, and the opposing force has escaped, are we now back to square one? My reply, Your Honor, they are presently in contact with the reinforcing elements from BIFF. The containment forces are the ones in contact right now. They are supported by mechanized and artillery support, sir.
Can you repeat that, sir? I will repeat this. The containment forces are the ones in contact right now. They are supported by mechanized and artillery support, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. That message, Your Honor, was taken from the SMS of Lieutenant General Guerrero when we were asking for support from the armed forces of the Philippines.
So next, so you reported that there was support. Next, you answered the local target.
This is just a continuation, Your Honor. The local target Basit and his group were the first group that were engaged by the main effort group. And His Excellency's reply, review your earlier and latest texts. They differ as to which was engaged first. My reply, Your Honor, I mean, sir, the first target was M1, where they were able to neutralize first. The group of Basit retaliated, which was 100 meters away. At 10:16 a.m., His Excellency replied, Basit should not get away. At 11:38, Your Honor, I sent a text message again, already advised her, but as of the moment, the main effort is withdrawing, and according to Director IG, we still have our contact with and will hit them again, sir.
Did you mean contact with whom?
Our contact with our asset, Your Honor, the asset of IG, still maybe in contact with the group, Your Honor. That's what I meant, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then at 6:20 p.m., I reported again SMS. Sir, latest report from operating elements in Maguindanao states that the security elements who were engaged by BIFF/MILF elements suffered heavy casualties. They were reportedly overrun. CCH and international monitoring team are in the area retrieving casualties. The main effort is still in the process of rendezvous with other SAF and AFP elements. That's my last message, Your Honor.
Thank you, General Purisima. Senator Escudero, your questions?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. General Purisima, ilang paglilinaw lang po. At maraming salamat sa pagpapamahagi ninyo ng texts nyo ni Pangulo Aquino at sa pagitan po ninyong dalawa. Una, ayon sa inyo, nag-text si Pangulo Aquino, if I may quote, "If I remember correctly, 160 SAF troopers were directly involved in this operation, plus provisions for other PNP and AFP units to assist." Maliwanag po na tila sa pagkakaunawa ng Pangulo, dapat kasama ang AFP. At binanggit nyo kay General Napeñas na lumabas kayo sa Bahay Pangarap, di ba? Ikaw na ang bahala kay General Katapang. Ano po nangyari?
Your Honor, when I said ako na ang bahala kay General Katapang, it was only the information that I will give time on target. Ako na lang po mag-i-inform sa kanya time on target. But the coordination, Your Honor, is not mine because, Your Honor, I am suspended.
Darating po ako dyan, maya-maya ng konti. Tinext nyo rin po si Pangulo Aquino. They are supported by mechanized and artillery support, sir. Mga bandang 7:30 po ng umaga to. Was this an accurate statement?
That was the information I got from the West Mincom commander, Your Honor, that we are supported by mechanized artillery and infantry elements.
Sir, supported past tense, hindi future tense. So, binigay niyo impormasyon kay Pangulo ng 7:30 ng tumaga, meron ng artillery at mechanized support.
I was just relying, Your Honor, on what was informed to me by the West Mincom commander, and
You're referring to General Guerrero?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nirelay niyo lamang yung sinabi niya?
Yes, Your Honor.
But now, you realize that that was not true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if I may proceed, Madam Chair, if I may ask our resource persons, kailan nyo unang nalaman itong Mamasapano operation? Sino nagsabi sa inyo at ano ang sinabi sa inyo? Maybe start, for example, with General Espina, sir. What time did you first know about it? Who told you? And what were you told?
Madam Chair, Your Honors, magandang umaga po sa inyo. I came to know about the Mamasapano operation January 25 at about 5:30 in the morning. General Alan Purisima called me up, informing me, if I can accurately recall, sabi niya, Bok, nakuha na si Marwan. Just to inform me. My reaction was, I said, ganun ba? Hindi ka ako magaling. And then, 5:30 Sunday yun, sir. Nabasa ko, sir, yung text na pinadala sa akin ni General Napeñas. HVT, etc. High value target. They're on operation. And then I even sent him a text message. Sabi ko, congratulations, Leo. Because si Marwan nga nakuha, etc. But he sent me another message from 5:30-ish, going towards 6 o'clock in the morning, na napapa-enkwentro na raw sila. My instinct, sir, was to call up General Rusty Guerrero, and it was at 6:04 in the morning. Sinabi ko sa kanya, Mista, napapaengkwentro ang mga bata ko sa Maguindanao. Tulungan mo naman. Ang reaction niya, sir, was, ano yan? Hindi ko alam. Basta nandun sila, napapaengkwentro. And sabi niya, hindi na naman nag-coordinate. Anyway, sabi ko sa kanya, tulungan mo. Saka na tayo magsitahan ng mga tao, basta tulungan mo, napapaengkwentro.
Secretary Rosser, same question.
Sir, good morning to all. I received a text message from the Director of Intelligence of the PNP forwarding to me a copy of what he received together with the senior officers of the PNP. It reads, for OIC PNP from DSAF. So I am copied by him, his text, Napeña's text, to the hierarchy of the PNP. Update 3 operations against HVTs based on the report of the ME, JI at Marwan was neutralized but the body was left behind due to heavy volume of fire and 1 wounded SAF trooper. The containment blocking force was engaged 2 kilometers east of Tucalanipao, GC 6800665717. There was heavy firefight and SAF troops suffered casualties. Extraction is ongoing and support from the AFP was requested. He sent that to me at about 7:43. I replied to him, thank you, I'm going to Zamboanga now, please get more details. Shortly thereafter, in the timestamp of my phone, I forwarded the same message to the President at 8:09 a.m. I added on top of it, sir, meaning to the President, just received this, I'm getting more details. And then the message that I had read earlier.
Just to follow up, Secretary, were you with the President when you went to Zamboanga?
That's correct. Sec Polz and I were on the same plane as the President. We left shortly after 8:30.
So, nung tinext nyo, hindi pa kayo nagkikita?
Hindi pa. Wala. Nandun kami nag-aantay sa terminal, sa Kalayaan, sa Villamor. Hindi pa dumadating ang Pangulo.
Nung nakita po kayo sa Villamor, nagkaroon po ba kayo ng pagkakataon pag-usapan ito? At ano pong mga kautusan kung meron man ang binigay?
Wala po.
Secretary Guzmin, same question, sir.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Kami po ay nakarating sa Zamboanga ng 10:20 around that time. I was with the Secretary Rojas at saka ang Pangulo. Noong mga 11 o'clock, nag-huddle ho yung si Chief of Staff at saka si General Guerrero at pinag-uusapan yung text message na galing sa Commander 6 ID. And may I read the text na pinakita sa akin. As of now, our own troops link with the PNP SAF. However, the most engaged SAF elements is about 300 meters still. I directed to provide suppression fires so the SAF can disengage and withdraw. Our armored vehicle can no longer move forward as the area is generally marshy and swampy. Yan ho ang napag-usapan namin. Tapos noon, dito ko palang nalaman na may operation against Marwan.
Sino po nagsabi uli sa inyo nun, Secretary? Si General Guerrero?
General Guerrero po at si General Katapang nag-uusap tungkol dito at pinakita yung text message.
Ano pong ginawa nyo matapos nyo mabasa yung mensaheng yon bilang SND?
Pinag-usapan ho namin na nag-re-react na yung 6th Division so that developments ang kinakailangan kong makuha.
Nagbigay po ba kayo ng kautusan sa Air Force na tumulong o kung handa ang Air Force tumulong ng mga panahong yun?
Hindi po.
Wala pong ganon.
Wala po.
Gayon din si Pangulong Aquino? Noong mga panahong yun. Kung narinig niyo? Yung mic po, sir.
Wala po akong narinig na ganong kautusan.
General Katapang, sir, same question.
Madam Chair, Your Honor, this is the text message of Director General Purisima at about 5:51 a.m. Mr. Good morning. For your information, our troopers were able to neutralize HBT in Mamasapano area this morning. They are now on withdrawal phase and they need the support of mechanized troops in the area. They have coordinated with G3 of 6ID and the mechanized brigade. Thank you. And then my reply was, okay, Mr. Troops are now in the area monitoring. At about 10:16 a.m.
Sinabi po ng ganong kaaga na nag-coordinate na sila sa first mechanized?
Hindi pa naman po. Sabi lang po dito, they need the support of the mechanized troops in the area.
And what did you do, if any, sir?
Right immediately upon my arrival at Zamboanga, I was met by General Guerrero, and he told me that there's an encounter and that General Espina was calling me, and they were asking for support. And I told General Guerrero, provide all the support in as much as they need our assets.
What time was that, sir?
I think we arrived about more or less 10. We were ahead at the arrival of the President and General Gasmin, maybe about 10:15 or 10. At that time, but I arrived at the airport. That's maybe 10, also 10:15, Your Honor.
General Guerrero, sir? Same question, sir.
Madam Chair, Your Honor. The first information that I received about the incident is a call from Deputy Director General Spina. At 6:04 a.m., I received a phone call in my cell phone from General Spina, and he mentioned to me the operations in Mamasapano, and they are requesting that they be supported on the ground. So I replied that I will be directing the division commander, General Pangilinan, to provide support to the SAF. At 6:05 and 6:06 a.m., I received two succeeding texts from Director General Alan Purisima, which says that, Bok, good morning, can I call? At 6:06 a.m., I received a text from Police Director Napeñas, but it contained only my cell phone number. And at 6:07 a.m., I called up CG6ID, General Pangilinan, to ask him about the encounter, if he knows anything about the encounter. To which he replied, hindi po niya alam ang nangyayari. But he received a text earlier, which mentioned at 05:06, about the law enforcement operations of Director Napeñas. So I instructed him to provide the necessary support on the ground. After that, sir, Director Napeñas called me up at 6:09. And, at 6:09, I called up General Purisima in response to his text. And I asked him about his concern. And he told me the same issue about the Mamasapano encounter, and he was asking support from my troops in Central Mindanao. At 6:10, I received a phone call from Director Napeñas, and he asked that if we can provide support to his units in Mamasapano. To which I replied, I told him I already talked to General Pangilinan about that, and we are providing support based on the available resources on the ground, Your Honor.
Did you have the chance to talk to the President while you were in Zamboanga City with him about this matter, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you briefed him about the situation?
I was actually called to a small room together with the Secretary of National Defense and the Secretary of Interior, and I was asked about what's happening in my area in Central Mindanao. So I told him that I was called by General Espina, and I was informed about what's happening. So I already informed the President that I already directed the CG6ID to provide the necessary support on the ground.
This
Your
was
Honor.
around what time, sir?
I think it's about 1100 or before noon, Your Honor.
At that time, was there any sense of urgency in your briefing, both the SILG, SND, and the President? Or was it an air of calm wherein everything seemed to be under control insofar as you were concerned, given that you have already given such a directive to General Pangilinan?
I cannot, hindi ko po masabi kung ano yung reaction ng ating presidente, but the report that I received coming from is very vague at that time. Ang alam ko lang po ay merong encounter. So kailangan po lang bigyan ng suporta. Wala po kaming ka-picture nung ano po yung extent nung encounter ng SAF. I do not even know how many SAF were involved. So what I informed the President is I already gave guidance to the 6th Infantry Division Commander, Your Honor.
Gave guidance and order for them to support.
Yes, Your Honor.
General Pangilinan, sir? Same question, sir.
Your Honor, Madam Chair, I came to know of the incident at around 6 in the morning of 25 January when I read the text coming from Director Napeñas. And may I quote the exact text he sent, to quote, Ed, good AM, for your information, on January 25, 2015, at about 02:30 hours, PNP SAF, supported by Maguindanao PPO, PRO ARMM, shall be conducting LEO and serve warrant of arrest against HBTs in Mamasapano, Maguindanao. Troops are underway. Coordination was also done with CO, PERSMEC, and 45th IB.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, may I ask the officials I asked earlier, including Secretary Ross and Secretary Volz, General Katapang, did anyone impress upon the President as the Commander-in-Chief of the gravity of the situation that was happening on the ground? Because if I base it on General Purisima's text messages to the President, wala namang sinabing malalayong sitwasyon eh. Sinabi lang niya napapalaban, but that there was already, which was not true, artillery and mechanized support. To your recollection, Secretary Rojas or Secretary Gazmin, was there a sense of urgency na may ganito, may ganyan, as we know right now, because we have the benefit of hindsight already? Sir.
Sir, the fact is, we did not know that there was such an operation that was launched. So, this bit of information, we could not put in the context of how many were at risk, how many had entered this zone of death. So, if you will note, my response to the information that I received was, please get more information. In the course of the day, and I mentioned this in the previous hearing, the President asked some questions, also in the nature of, ano ba nangyayari? Which he verbally conveyed that to me, which I texted then to OIC Espina. No? This was shortly after we arrived at about 10:23, according to the timestamp of my phone. Pinoy getting other reports that are conflicting with each other. Example, 160 daw SAF, 20 daw hostiles. So why did they retreat? So I sent this to OIC Espina, and he replied, relayed to Director SAF, Sir, from Director SAF, the hostiles in the area are much more than our troops, and the nearby mixed armed groups were quick to reinforce. So at that time, we are just trying to get a picture of what is happening, not knowing that in fact this operation had already been launched. So in our conversation with the president, there was no reason to say, oh, there's 55 na napaligiran, and because we did not know, in fact, that the 55th was in fact there in that area. Your Honor,
General Purisima, sir, you told the President through text that they are supported by mechanized and artillery support. But as General Guerrero and General Pangilinan said, hanggang Kali lang dahil marshy yung lugar at walang artillery support dahil walang forward observers at that time. When did you know that this text of yours to the President was not true?
Your Honor, before I answer that, the text message of General Guerrero at 8:03 a.m. is meron ng coordination sa ground, tank, infantry, and artillery support are made available. At 9:46, Your Honor, there is also a text message from General Guerrero from CG6ID. Sir, I already directed Mechanized Brigade together with DRC to provide reinforcement to assist extrication if engaged, PNP SAF. They are moved 0820 from Sharik Agwak. I cannot provide indirect fires as there is no FO on the ground. At 10:13, Your Honor, I texted General Guerrero, as of now, our on-troops link with PNP SAF. However, the most engaged SAF elements are about 300 meters still. I still directed to provide suppression fires so these SAF can disengage and withdraw. Our armored vehicle can no longer move forward as the area is general marshy and swampy, Your Honor.
What does suppression fire mean, sir? Ito ba yung artillery pinag-uusapan? Iba pa po yan?
Not necessarily po, Your Honors. Suppression fires po ang pwede po natin gamitin yan is through direct fires. Ang direct fires po na pwede natin gamitin are the rifle. Yan po yung basic issue po ng ating infantry. Pwede rin pong gamitin pang suppression fire. Yung pong guns na nakalagay po sa ating mga tangke. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng suppression fires during that time.
So, General Purisima, did you inform the President of that situation? Na yung mechanized hindi talaga makaprovide ng support at yung artillery hindi rin pwede.
Your Honor, the presumption there is the President is in Zamboanga and he should have been briefed by the commanders thereat. I'm in San Leonardo, Your Honor. But at 8:17, I have this was the text message I sent to the President. I was able to find out the time with the help of the good Senator Trillanes, that it was 8:17 where I texted the President, they are presently in contact with reinforcement elements. The containment forces are the ones in contact right now. They are supported by mechanized and artillery support, sir. And this, the basis of this was the 8:03 message of General Guerrero, Your Honor.
Which, as I said,
It's
with the
not-
benefit of hindsight, was not true.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also texted General Napeñas na nagbigay na ng directive ang MILF Central Command. Walang MILF pwede lumapit sa ongoing PNP operations at 9:48 a.m. What was the basis of that, sir?
Your Honor, I was talking to somebody from the MILF who introduced to him as MILF, and I was asking him if he can support us by letting the MILF withdraw from the area, just to support the elements of SAF who are already pinned down in that area, sir, Your Honor.
General Katapang, sir, General Guerrero, according to General Purisima, dapat daw nasabihan ng Pangulo na hindi umabot. Nasabihan po ba siya o hindi? Yung artillery at saka yung mechanized. When you briefed him.
I was not able to brief him. It was General Guerrero who briefed him, Your Honor.
General Guerrero, sir, was he informed at 11 o'clock that the mechanized could only reach up to the edge of the highway and that artillery was not available or possible at that time?
No, Your Honor. We did not get into the details. Your Honor, may I clarify the
Please, sir.
statement of General Purisima? I confirm that I texted him that, to quote, meron ng coordination sa ground, tank, infantry, and artillery support are made available. It was sent at 8:03, Your Honor. And my intent in telling him about this is these are the available forces on the ground. Meaning, ito po yung nakalay down sa area ng Maguindanao, that we have mechanized infantry and artillery that are available to support their forces. Hindi ko po sinasabing pumuputok na yung artillery at nanodoon na po yung mga tangke. Ito po ay call ng ground commander. Ang sinasabi ko lang po, ito po ang available sa area kasi ngayon lang kayo nagsabi. Kung sinabihan po kami earlier, I could have deployed air assets the day before, but there was no coordination made with us at my level, Your Honor.
General Guerrero, when you were speaking with the President, did you give him the impression that, or did he give you the impression that he felt that there was military presence providing assistance already?
Yes, Your Honor. I told the President that I already directed the 6th Infantry Division Commander to support the SAF troopers.
Pero hindi po ba bungi ang report ninyo? Dahil ang alam ng Pangulo may military doon. Now, with play of words, made available, but actually not being able to penetrate because of the situation or the lack of an FO. So, do you think that you might have been remiss in not informing the President, sir, the military is there, but this is the situation. Shouldn't that be your responsibility? Nasabihin sa Pangulo, hindi po makapasok yung military doon dahil kulang pa ng coordination.
Again, Your Honor, we did not get into the details. I just
Why
mentioned.
not, sir? Why not? Were you busy talking about
We
another
were,
operation in Zamboanga?
Yes, Your Honor. We were in Zamboanga purposely to brief the President on the Zamboanga City car bomb blast.
But at that time, did you realize the gravity of the situation in Mamasapano?
Not, Your Honor, because, again, hindi po namin alam yung nangyayari sa ground. Wala po kaming complete picture of what's happening because pieces of information galing po sa 6th ID Commander ang nakarating lang po sa amin.
So
That is why I cannot present even the total picture of what's happening in Mamasapano.
Tama
Your
po.
Honor.
Kaya yun nga po yung gusto kong malinawan. So hindi ninyo alam ng mga alas 10 ng umaga, yung mga oras na yun, kung ilan na yung mga namamatay o mga kailangan, hindi ba malinaw sa inyo yon? Hindi nakarating sa inyo yon?
Hindi po, Your Honor.